Let's have a quick look at some more setups in Naruto that were never paid off and if it was something good or bad in Kishimoto's spots. A number of ideas were introduced to the Naruto series and Naruto Shippuden that were never completely explored, either because Kishimoto didn't like them or because they wouldn't fit the tale. Let us discuss personalities such as Minato and his ultimate jutsu, Sakumo Hatake, Mangetsu and his mastery of the 7 ninja swords, Yugao and her revenge plot, Sakumo Hatake and his capacity for being above the Sannin, and Kakashi and his 1000 jutsus. Other components of Naruto Shippuden such as the Feudal Lords appeared to be far more essential, as well as Sakura and Ino's rivalry. Among the many conflicts and friendships in Naruto, recurring rivalries always play a significant role in the plot. There are amicable rivalries such as Kakashi Hatake's never-ending series of janken battles, races, and friendly duels with his lifelong best buddy, Might Guy. Similarly, and maybe more importantly, there exist hostile rivalries. The ongoing enmity between Naruto and Sasuke is certainly one of the series' most prominent story elements. These two conflicts are actually just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Naruto. However, not all of them are as captivating as Kakashi and Guy or Naruto and Sasuke. In reality, in the larger scheme of things, one competition in particular makes little sense. This is true not only because it provides a dismal reason for two ostensibly vital characters, but also because it fades practically immediately. So let's take a start from where Sakura and Ino are each other's rivals. Now, the setup is long forgotten in the Naruto series as people do not seem to be much interested in that. The lack of consideration for Sakura Haruno's character can be seen throughout Naruto. Sakura is nearly constantly overlooked in favor of Naruto and Sasuke's rivalry, no matter how strong she becomes or how much character growth she goes through. Even her feud with Ino Yamanaka fades into the background by the time Naruto becomes Naruto Shippuden. The origins of the two kunoichi's animosity are exposed in Naruto episode 42, when the two girls compete to see who will advance to the next step of the Chunin exams. Aside from being one of the series' poorest fights, ending in a dismal draw, it also indicates that the only reason the two girls decide to fight one another is because they each have a crush on Sasuke. One would assume that author Masashi Kishimoto might have taken the Sakura-Ino rivalry beyond so that it involved more than just their childhood crushes. But there was no such thing as luck, and while their enmity technically never died, it faded into the background, never to be spoken again. Now, why was their rivalry not prolonged in the Naruto series? Now, there could be one of two reasons. First, probably because of the fact that there wasn't any space to make their story fit in the series or to accommodate it, and second, maybe their fight was not coming to a good conclusion. And this is why Kishimoto might have thought to just eliminate the rivalry from the scenes and series. And also because a lot of people were not very much into the Sakura and Ino's rivalry, so obviously their enmity had to be cut down. Did you ever enjoy watching Sakura and Ino fight scenes? Let us know down below. Okay, so the next forgotten setup in the Naruto series that we are going to talk about is Sakumo Hatake, who happens to be Kakashi's dad. And being Kakashi's father, Sakumo Hatake was renowned as Konoha's White Fang in the shinobi world. He was a formidable ninja whose fame and skills were thought to rival those of the Sannins. Sakumo was responsible for the death of Sasori's parents in a confrontation that earned him Chiyu's hate. Sakumo was a gentle and devoted man. He adored his only child, frequently picking him up at the end of the day after Kakashi had finished playing with his pals. Despite his enormous popularity and power as a ninja, he was a very humble man, which inspired Kakashi to sincerely like him and idolize him. He had an intense devotion to Konoha and an even bigger dedication to his friends and loved ones, to the point where he would risk the accomplishment of a mission in order to protect his teammates, which led to him becoming a public figure of hatred and mocking. Even though Sakumo was such an intriguing guy, most of his life was shrouded in invisibility. Fans never got to discover more about the character's backstory or see the actual scope of his prowess because he committed suicide when Kakashi was still young. His character has only been mentioned a few times after then. The thing is that Sakumo was said to be stronger than the sun, which makes some sense in the beginning of the story, and we also saw the sad backstory of Sakumo's and how it affected Kakashi his whole life. And the scene where Kakashi is sitting with him where Sakumo is not being shown so strong, and that is a good conclusion too to end up a character's story. Kakashi also forgives his father for what he has done, and it's a fine end for a character, but when a character is so much hyped up with such amazing power as Sakumo's, people actually want to see that character rise one day, which is not the case for Sakumo Hatake's character. Now, we don't know what Kishimoto was thinking, but maybe that was the reason for Sakumo to disappear from the tale like that. But we can just hope that it was for the best. Speaking of which, we'd like to tell you about another character that is now somewhere in the back shadow of the Naruto series, and it is Shisui Uchiha. He was not only just a character in the series, but also a favorite of many people. And this is why it is not clear to most of people why Shisui was put in the background. The family of Uchiha is well known for generating some of Konoha's greatest prodigies. Shisui Uchiha, a master of genjutsu and one of the clan's youngest member who awoke the Mangetsu Sharingan, was one of those prodigies. Shisui Uchiha's fate is one of the most vexing mysteries in Naruto lore. He is thought to be dead in Naruto, and the odds of him being alive after such a long time are not probable unless Kishimoto decides to twist the story and miraculously bring him back after such long time. Shisui was never able to show his strength since Danzo perceived him as a possible threat to his aims. He plotted an ambush and took one of his eyeballs along with the Sharingan. Shisui made the decision to donate his second eye to Itachi, his best friend, and committed suicide in order to save Danzo from acquiring his second eye. If he had been alive during the series, he could have been one of Konoha's most powerful shinobi. Shisui was known to be Shisui of the body flicker due to his unrivaled mastery of the body flicker technique. He could use it to disappear, leaving no sign of his presence or hint of his location. Shisui Uchiha died prior to the start of Naruto's main tale. He was a significant background character whose tale was intertwined with Itachi Uchiha's. But it wasn't until Naruto Shippuden that we got this information and experienced the circumstances surrounding Shisui Uchiha's death in the series. Even Shisui's name in Japanese means still in water or in water, which we can see relates pretty much to Shisui's death when he jumps in the water and kills himself. Pretty ironic, isn't it? And maybe because Kishimoto was thinking that the character will eventually die in water, so he named him just like that. Wasn't aware of that, Kishimoto, but people actually wanted to see more of Shisui in the series, yet still it was a setup that never really paid off, and we actually couldn't see much of Shisui's powers in Naruto. Another setup that lies in the same category and was forgotten in the story is Yugao's revenge plot. Now, if you have an idea what we're talking about, you would know that Yugao is the girl with purple hair, and in the series, Kishimoto looked to have something major planned for Yugao at one point. We'll never know what those plans were because she never carried out her retribution pledge. Yugao Uzuki was an Anbu member and Hayate's previous girlfriend. When Baki killed Hayate during the Chunin exam arc, Yugao went to his grave and vowed to avenge his death. Baki would subsequently emerge again during the Gaara retrieval arc, but Yugao was nowhere to be seen. Her revenge plan was completely removed from the manga's plotline. It required an anime filler episode to reveal why she had abandoned her plans, which entailed Hayate being resurrected as an immortal soldier and the two of them fighting. This never happened in the anime. And that wraps it all. What are your thoughts on these forgotten setups that couldn't pay off much in the Naruto series? Have you ever wanted to see more of them? Let us know in the comments below. What else would you like to watch about the Naruto series? Let us know and we'll get that ready for you. If you enjoyed your time here on Jutsu Junction, then be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications for more Naruto stories in the future. Thanks for watching and see you soon!